From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, whitehatjunior.com and Berger Silk.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Never before in the history of independent India has such a malicious attack been unleashed on an independent news media network. After planting fake stories and booking 1,000 journalists, Param has now ordered his policemen, ordered them to get editorial access to the Republic newsroom. He has demanded on paper details of the newsroom software. You may not believe this, but he wants the login IDs and passwords of every journalist and employee working in our newsroom. This is pure illegality. My journalists are not criminals. They cannot be targeted like this. So I'm declaring tonight, we will not give the Mumbai police access to editorial intricacies. We will not give them private details of our employees. And since we are putting up a firm show of defiance, I am tonight appealing to the courts of this country, please, please, your lordships, see what is happening. I repeat, your lordships, we are not subordinate to the executive, we are the media. We cannot be blackmailed like this. We cannot be told, we want details of our newsroom process. We want to know what time journalists come in, what time journalists go out, how do they work, how is a newsroom divided, how do you decide the news. We will not give the login IDs of journalists, their addresses, their phone numbers, their passwords, their technical details. What is going on here now? This is worse than the emergency. I'm saying this did not happen to the Indian Express during the emergency. This did not happen. The extent to which this amount of police terrorism has happened did not happen during the emergency. My lordships, take suo motu notice. Take suo motu action, my lordships. Yes, we are in Supreme Court, we are in High Court, but look at what is being done to us on a daily basis, your lordships. This open, brazen, crushing and trampling of media freedom is happening before your eyes. So we will fight this to the finish, and everyone is saying here now, tonight, well, it is your fight to fight. Yes, it is my fight to fight. And I will fight. Because this is about everything that we stand for. We will fight. But I want to appeal to all those in every institution meant to safeguard our democracy. Don't be mere spectators while we fight the good fight. Let's debate.
Republic TV Executive Editor Niranjan Narayan Swamy questioned.
This is now becomes the time to make it a mass movement.
Certainly we will not reveal our source no matter what. A British era act, the Police Disaffection, Incitement to Disaffection Act of 1922 has been invoked.
Republic TV Senior Associate Editor Shavan Sen interrogated.
भारत के संविधान में जो पुलिस अफसर झूठे गवाह लाता है उसको सजा होती है, उसे जेल जाना पड़ेगा.
मुंबई माझी कर्मभूमी आहे. मी विनंती करतो जे
माझे विषय अन्याय घडले त्यासाठी एकत्र लढावे.
Republic TV output editor Sagarika Mitra grilled.
परमबीर कुछ छुपाना चाहते हैं और इसीलिए झूठे केस, फर्जी आरोप और उससे ज्यादा फर्जी विटनेस.
मुझे आज वो दिन याद है, मैं 22 साल की थी जब मैंने अपना करियर शुरू किया और मुझे पता है ऐसे मेरे सहयोगी है जिनके खिलाफ आज FIR है, वो कॉलेज से निकल के इस न्यूज़ रूम में आए हैं. वो 22 साल के सहयोगी को जब मैं देखती हूँ उसमें भी वही दृढ़ता है और उसमें भी वही सच्चाई है जो हम सब में है.
Republic TV anchor and senior associate editor Shivani Gupta quizzed.
ब्रिटिशर्स का इतना आर्केक सेक्शन हमारे ऊपर लगाया है क्योंकि उसकी वजह से पूरे देश में अब ये बात हो रही है कि पुलिस के हाथ में ऐसे हथियार होने चाहिए या नहीं होने चाहिए. मुझे लगता है जनता को जानना चाहिए कि ये 1922 का जो एक्ट है, पुलिस एक्ट, ये क्यों लाया गया था.
And 1,000 journalists, part of the Republic Media Network, booked for a source-based story that highlighted how some officers are unhappy with Parambir Singh's vendetta campaign. If you thought lodging a case under the draconian 1922 law was malicious, there's more. In a second wave of attack on Republic journalists, the biggest one since emergency, the Mumbai police under Parambir Singh is now demanding editorial access to Republic newsroom. It seems like the Republic newsroom, which is a collective of India's sharpest news team, has become enemy number one for Mumbai police under their commissioner.
The Mumbai police has demanded login access into our newsroom. Now, how can we give login access into the editorial operations of the news channel, which gets a license from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting? It is going to set a precedent that is going to destroy the foundation of Indian democracy, and therefore we're not going to give Parambir Singh access to our newsroom.
Surpassing every realm of rationality, Parambir Singh wants his cops to get their hands on the contact numbers of every member of the news desk, addresses of every member of the Republic news desk, newsroom software details, news flow with broadcast rundown details, editorial members present during a specific time band, details of shift in charge of the news desk, details of who was on shift on the news desk, copies of weekly schedule of Republic news desk, man-to-man marking of role and responsibilities of every member, and details of Republic technician familiar with the newsroom software. It's an inflection point for every journalist. Republic will not let the Parambir Singh-led Mumbai police use their intimidatory tactics to coerce us into giving them access to our newsroom control. We will not give the Mumbai police access to the Republic newsroom software or passwords, the editorial intricacies or the private details of our employees. We will not share any information that gives the Mumbai police active or tacit access to our newsroom. This action by the Mumbai police is an illegality. Parallelly, a civil defamation suit has also been filed against Savio Rodriguez' Goa Chronicle for an interview done with a former MHA bureaucrat. Republic stands against these intimidatory and coercive tactics of the Mumbai police. We demand intervention from the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. Trampling of press freedom in a new India in 2020 cannot and should not be tolerated. Let's debate.
The hashtag tonight, viewers, for this debate, which is more appropriate to the circumstances of what we are discussing, is Parambir versus the Republic newsroom. But because this is bigger than that, it should appropriately be Parambir versus newsrooms. I repeat, I changed the hashtag Parambir versus newsrooms, viewers. Newsrooms, because what is happening today is not only a matter which, unless challenged, will be limited to the Republic newsroom. This will be applicable for all newsrooms across India. I'd like to invite Anand Ranganathan to open the debate today. Parambir versus newsrooms. Anand, Parambir wants the software and the login passwords through which he can gain 24/7 access to the Republic TV newsroom. Now, this is a very significant moment. Why? Not because we are going to give it, but because he has asked for it. And he has asked for it officially in the latest demand that he has made on us. We're not criminals. We're not going to give it. How do you view it, Anand?
Arnab, I'm afraid if it goes on like this, very soon Paramveer is going to summon all the viewers of Republic in India. And maybe it would be a blessing in disguise, for the fellow will finally realize why you have the highest TRPs when millions turn up outside his lockup. But to be serious, you must understand what is he doing and why is he doing it. It's very simple in one sentence, Arnab. He wants you behind bars. He wants you jailed. Once you are jailed, everything is going to cool down. But as I said, this is a battle of attrition. It is you versus him. And you are not going to back down. And I have to say this, I'll be the happiest person if Paramveer backs down. But the fact of the matter is, Arnab, that the state is just too powerful. And since independence, it is the state that has made itself so powerful. Now, you know, when you say, rightly so, that Paramveer has absolutely no business in getting inside your newsroom. But he would turn it out as saying that you are interfering in my investigation. And there are half a dozen IPC sections that allow people, or police rather, to arrest people who are interfering in investigations. And in the Chidambaram judgment of the Supreme Court itself has said that courts will not interfere when the police is investigating a case. So it is a catch-22 situation. My heart goes out to everyone in Republic, especially to you, as to what you're facing. It truly is a death of democracy. But unfortunately, it is democracy that itself has given us these laws which are being so ruthlessly exploited by Paramveer Singh.
I repeat here, I repeat here. Okay, 1 minute. What is the illegality? 1 minute. Listen to me, Surendra Chauhan, and don't behave in a foolish manner. Today you can say, suppose I say that I want to investigate. Listen to me, I'll tell you the illegality if you are quiet. But if you squeak in my ear, I will not appreciate it. Point is, if I file a case against, I'll give you the example. If I file a case against Anand, saying Anand has stolen the jacket that he's wearing. Okay, so the FIR is on Anand wearing a stolen jacket. Next day I come and do a press conference and I say, no, Anand is not wearing a stolen jacket because he's my friend. But Surendra Chauhan is wearing a stolen shirt. Allow me to complete so I can explain the ridiculousness of all of this to everyone. And don't squeak in my ear. Don't squeak in my ear. Don't squeak in my ear. I say don't squeak in my ear. Thank you. Surendra Chauhan, suppose I turn that into an FIR saying Surendra Chauhan is wearing a stolen shirt. And then I want to investigate how did Surendra Chauhan get a stolen shirt. 1 minute. How did Surendra Chauhan get a stolen shirt? And if I say to investigate how Surendra Chauhan got a stolen shirt, I will have to now call the last 6 generations of his family. No, I will have to call the last 6 generations of his family. I will have to call each and every one of his friends.
Mr. Chauhan, I have a question for you.
Right? And if Surendra Chauhan asks in the first place, but the case was never on me, I will say, but I have the law.
It was not.
But you'll say, I have the law. Now let me tell you one more thing. 1 minute. One more thing. Ishkaran, 1 minute. Ishkaran,
no,
sometime back.
I'm infuriated.
Very serious.
I'm infuriated.
No. Sometime back.
Something very serious.
You see,
it's a serious matter going on. No, it's not a laughing matter. It's a very serious legal matter now. I want to invite Ishkaran. I want to invite Ishkaran along with the Shiv Sena supporter, Mr. Kishore Tiwari. Ishkaran, you want to make your opening remark? Go on.
Let me make my opening remark first. Arnab, this is very serious because I don't understand, is it an investigation by Mumbai police or is it investigation by your business rivals who want to have access to your newsroom, to your trade secrets, to probably people you talk to, you email, your sources? What is the end of this investigation? Is it by those people who give platform to Pakistani ministers so that they can come and explain away Pulwama terrorism? Don't interrupt. Let me finish. The question here is, Arnab, very serious. The question is very serious here.
Nobody
Arnab, why do you get people who have no common sense? Common sense isn't common, but this guy is the pits of it. Common sense is not common, but he's uncommonly insensible. Will just come, keep heckling. Let me finish a serious point here. Maybe you will learn the law, maybe you will educate yourself. You have done a PhD only in one thing, that is heckling. Another question that is here is that why do they need to know how you conduct your editorial newsroom? What is the purpose behind this? They have FIR on 1,000 journalists. That doesn't stop. Then they suppress the name of people who are actually to be booked in this case. And now, Baba, do you even know what is the Indian Penal Code? Okay, do you even know what is the Indian Penal Code? Anna, why do you bring people whose common sense is as
because he represents the thinking of this state government, unfortunately.
This is exactly only heckling. Not one word sensible has fallen in his mouth.
Kishore, please. After him, you speak, Kishore. Kishore, speak after him. Everyone's watching. Kishore, speak after him.
Let me finish my point. Kishore ji, thoda kishorta se behave kar lijiye. यहाँ पे पॉइंट ये है अर्नब कि why do they want your editorial information? What purpose is? Again this man will start. Can you please keep quiet for 10 seconds? Seriously, stop acting like a buffoon every day. Have some patience. Let me finish. Then you make your argument. However silly your argument is, people will hear it. Seriously.
That will weak your...
You can please keep quiet for 10 seconds. Arnab, this man is the pits. I do not know how much you had to search. I don't know how much you had to search to bring somebody as insensible as this.
But he's from the Shiv Sena.
3 months. No, but is that a defense? Is that the new defense to doing insane things? Whichever party is he from,
Shiv Sena.
We have seen some ridiculous action. Doesn't mean we have to take every ridiculous action. It is a limit, no? Arnab, there is some limit to it, no? The point here is, when you talk about the government and when you talk about the misuse of power, why are they? And the same thing will happen. I want to tell everybody from media, the same way CBI took over TRP scam, the same way every media person will have their newsrooms invaded if they don't speak up now. The fact that they are enjoying at your expense, then the CBI registered a case and we had one of your issuing a statement. CBI should not do TRP.
I'd like some fundamentals to be placed. Ishkaran, thank you. Ishkaran, thank you. Viewers are calling saying what do they want. 1 minute. You said you spoke about the state. I want a minute, please. You spoke about the state. You spoke about this being a... 1 minute, please. Can I please? You spoke about this being an unequal battle. Anand said that. And that is the assumption given, that it's an unequal battle, so one side will be crushed. I, however, do not feel it is an unequal battle, because I feel falsehood is always diminished by truth. And what do they want? Today, I want to also tell you this, Savio. My friend Savio today has a criminal defamation case filed against him by Param. So this is the beauty of the situation, or rather the horror. I'm being cynical about it, that a man who has held a nationally televised press conference about which he was admonished by the Supreme Court, after which he gave 13 interviews, saying that Republic is sitting on proceeds of crime, prejudging the entire matter, defaming us, among other competitors who now, when the truth comes out about the case being against India Today has stopped reporting the matter, viewers. Have you noticed? Since their name came out, because it was about them. It was about them in the first place. This was not about us. It was about India Today. It was about the India Today group. They have been asked to pay a fine by the Bombay High Court. They have a Bagh disciplinary panel report against them. There is a Hansa report against them that indicts them. But Parambir is not even talking about India Today, and India Today has coolly walked out of the matter right now, knowing fully well that it has committed one of the most egregious, ghastly and atrocious crimes. And these people lecture about journalism. I want to know whether they will apologize in front of their own organization, the Latvian organization called NBA. This is not the matter. The matter is, we are going to come out strong and they are going to look stupid. But if I may complete my point, please. Please allow me. Please allow me. See, please allow me. They asked today, I'll give you one live example. Kishore, will you not? You may pay 1 minute. Okay, I'm telling you, Savio, today they called the group president. They called the group president and the group CFO of the Republic Media Network. And they made him sit in the crime branch for 9.5 hours. He just came out, and in the advertising break right now, I asked him, Savio, so what happened in the interrogation? He said, well, I waited there for 9.5 hours. I said, what happened in those 9.5 hours? He said, they interrogated me only for 15 minutes. I said, what do you mean? You were there for 9.5 hours, you were questioned only for 15 minutes. He said, yes. I said, what did you do for the rest of the time? They said, just wait. And so this is disgraceful, because what we are talking about here is an individual, Mr. Sundaram. You ask anyone in the media industry, this man with more than 30 years experience is one of the most respected media professionals of India today. He is one of the most respected ethical men in the Indian media today, having held the highest positions. He's being insulted. So you make him wait for 9.5 hours because you think you are cat's whiskers. And what was the question asked? Let me tell you the question asked, Savio. Have you done business with this company? So Sundaram says, yes. But why? This is a very shady transaction. You have accepted money from this company. There is a money trail. So Sundaram said, yes, of course, there's a money trail. But how could you do business with this company? And by the way, then Sundaram said to the interrogator that what on earth are you talking about? No, what is this company? Sundaram said, this is one of the world's most respected media buying companies. I'm not naming it. It's one of the 3 biggest global media companies, Anand. It is a French company based in Paris. And every news media organization or media organization would give an arm and a leg to do a commercial advertising deal with this company. The Mumbai police told us, why are you doing advertising with this company?
Your advertisers.
No, but it's a renowned French media agency. What is the crime here?
They will get everyone else who is
what is the crime here
with you. And this is the diabolical plan. And here I must say that I must take half a minute and actually interact with Mr. Chauhan, because he mentioned something which was ironically quite philosophical, because he asked me a question. When I was talking about the draconian nature of what Mr. Parambir is doing, Mr. Chauhan said, is he doing anything illegal? So let me ask him, when emergency was declared by Mrs. Indira Gandhi, that was also technically legal. Hitler also came to position of power as a democratically elected chancellor. So it is one way of saying there are enough laws in our democracy that are draconian in nature, and people are going to exploit it. And Savio, my friend, my heart goes out to you.
Yeah.
What you're feeling, criminal defamation. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, such draconian laws exist. People are going to exploit it. So when Arnab, in all your wisdom,
this is why you don't understand, Anand.
Not going to allow
Anand, this man is wrecking terror on the Indian media, not just Republic now. This man is going havoc on the Indian media. It's become bigger. Savio is on the debate. We need to look at the overall ramifications of this.
It's in operation.
Okay.
It's in operation.
Savio wants to say something. Savio and Nishant. Let Savio and Nishant come in, please, gentlemen.
Can I make 3 points?
Yes, Savio.
Nishant, if you give me 30 seconds, I'll make my point. The first point is, we have gone through the documents. We have not yet officially been served the lawsuit notice, but we've seen it to what was sent to us to the MHA diplomat when he sent us a copy of it. It is a civil defamation suit and not a criminal. So that's the first correction. Second, the most important aspect of that civil defamation suit, which we have not yet seen, is that they want to know our accounts from the day we've carried the interview of the former diplomat. Now, the former diplomat has alleged a certain thing about a corporate company and the appointment of a Mumbai police commissioner. That is the story we have done, based on a former diplomat who was the Under Secretary of the Internal Security Department of the Ministry of Home Affairs. So within the journalistic rights, we have done and kept the report as neutral and as truthful as possible, because we always check with our legal team before we put a story out. Nevertheless, Parambir thinks that he can file a defamation against us. He can file it against my wife, who's a director in the company. He can file it against Goa Chronicle, which is the brand we own. He is within our rights to file a defamation. But we are within our rights to defend our rights as media company.
Oh, yes, we are.
To fight that, because we have done everything within our journalistic purview. So tomorrow, I'll tell you where the problem is, Nishant. The problem, Nishant, will be tomorrow any story that a media does, any interview a media does, because eventually in an interview, it is a person saying his views in a particular position. It is not an loafer that we have picked out from the road.
Now give me 30
He's a
seconds.
former diplomat.
Yes, I understand what
So
you're saying.
anybody within the purview of information can share that
I also before you come in, Nishant, I want to get in Tuhin and one point, then I hand it over to you. Listen to me, Nishant. I'll come to you. I want to give you time to respond fully. You see, viewers, I will now place this before you. Parambir wants, one, Tuhin, the news flow with the broadcast rundown detailed software login activity, which will allow him 24/7 access to the newsroom and all stories written and being written in the Republic Media Network. One, I operate as a channel under license from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting now. And that is the nodal ministry for all such matters. I believe enough is enough. The center has to intervene in this matter. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting cannot just watch, it has to intervene and stop this man. Secondly, Parambir wants to know which editorial members were specifically on the news desk in a specific time band, which means he wants to know which journalists operate the channel at which points of time. He wants to know the details of shift in charges and how the editorial decision making happens. This is the most desperate and roving fishing expedition. After 180 hours of interrogation, he knows the cost of our toilet paper as well as our bulletproof jackets. There have been incredible number of Section 91 notices, and there are fake stories of a Hansa research connection. He wants to know also the man-to-man marking of roles and responsibilities of every journalist in Republic, their phone numbers, their addresses, their accreditations. He wants to know how they operate, right? When to start this channel, I have already taken clearances from the INB Ministry, the Wireless Planning and Cooperation, the Department of Space, Ministry of Home Affairs, and the Network Operation and Control Center. I am a legitimate news operation. I now want to know on what basis is Parambir demanding access of our newsroom software and our journalistic process. I want to know who can justify it. Tuhin, you can debate this with Nishant.
I have no words to describe my shock at the gross illegality which is being enacted against Republic Media and against independent warriors like Savio. Now, to demand this kind of unconditional editorial access is akin to a media house demanding unconditional investigative access from police, which is simply not done. Which shows that what is being done, the police has clearly exceeded its mandate, and therefore, I think this needs to be answered by the Home Minister of Maharashtra. Has the police exceeded its mandate of its own volition, or is there absolute state backing to it? Secondly, Arnab, today if I level a charge against you, let's say I level a charge against you that you've stolen my car. Now, if I can't prove that charge, that doesn't mean that next I level the same charge against all your relatives, 100 relatives of yours.
Now, in this case, what has happened is, Tuhin, sorry to intervene, in this case, what did the man start with on the 8th? He said there is a TRP scam. One, he has not been able to prove anything. On the other hand, we have been able to prove that he's coercing witnesses. At every stage, he's being caught. Right? He's asking us why we do business with French media companies. Well, we do because we're a #1 channel.
Arnab, can I...
Now, the question is, listen, the question is very simple. Now he says, I will carry out illegalities. And Nishant, before you come in, What Parambir is doing is an illegality, and you should not support illegalities. The Honorable Bombay High Court said in the case of Vineet Kumar versus Central Bureau of Investigation and others last year, it set aside interception orders, saying the impugned 3 interception orders could not satisfy the test of principles of proportionality and legitimacy. Therefore, what is happening is neither proportionate nor legitimate. And what the Mumbai police is doing is in defiance of the law. I further observe out here, and which is why there needs to be suo motu action in the courts soon. 2015, Chief Justice Majula Chelur in the Calcutta High Court over the state government's plea that the media had misquoted the court's observation said, "There is freedom of press in the country. I will not issue any notice to the media." The judges don't do this. A police commissioner goes rogue. No, now where there's a 9-judge bench on the right to privacy case, it was held that when the state infringes upon privacy, 1, it should be sanctioned by law. 2, it should be necessary in a democratic society. 3, it must be proportionate action. 4, there shouldn't be abuse of power. Now, how many of these criteria are met when the editorial access is sought and 1,000 journalists are booked over a 15-minute source-based story? And we are being punished because you failed on the TRP case. You messed up. You're looking like a fool on the TRP case, the whole world knows. You started by saying, I'm paying people 500 rupees. Day before yesterday, you planted a fake story in the Times of India that I'm receiving 32 lakh rupees. I exposed that. Today you are asking my CFO, why are you doing business with a top French media company? Well, because India's #1 channel works with the top companies in the world. I mean, this is becoming stupid. So Nishant, I want an answer, not to stupidity, but illegality. Nishant, come on the debate, Nishant. Let's debate.
Thank you. It is very important and a serious situation, Arnab. I have been with you on n number of debates for nearly 3 years now. The reason why I stand with you today is because, number one, where is the Information and Broadcasting Ministry of India? Where is it? Where is the INB ministry, which has not set a single damn rule in order to not come to this stage? Because I am sad. Arnab, 3 years with you on n number of debates, I have not seen a sad, unhappy, and such frightened Arnab. And I'm sorry to say so.
Nishant,
you are one person.
Nishant, I'll tell you one thing. No, one second. One second.
No, this is my way
4 hours a day.
of telling this.
I have never been happier in my life because I'm on the verge of a massive victory. So in case, one second. I have never been happier. But you look perplexed to me. You look like a scaredy cat tonight because you realize you have no legs to stand on. So you began your argument by saying, shocking, your most loyal anti-nationals who continually stand with you, the members of the Tukre gang, the urban Naxals who love you, you are having to say to them, I stand with Arnab, which means that you have no argument. Which means you have no argument. Now continue unimpeded. Continue. Today, all the members of the Tukre gang are saying, what happened to Nishant? Well, I'm telling you, Nishant confronted the reality. Anand is on the debate.
कि जिस परमवीर सिंह की आप बात कर रहे हो, he is the blue-eyed boy of Fadnavis. Why don't you understand that? He is the blue-eyed boy of Fadnavis, this Paramveer Singh, and you are talking about him. He is the man who was superseding 3 IPS officers and given the police commissioner's charge by Fadnavis of Thane. आप किसके पीछे पड़े हो? ये आपके खिलाफ है, तो इसका मतलब है Fadnavis आपके खिलाफ है. अर्नब गोस्वामी, आनंद रंगनाथन भाई, हमारा फ्रेंड, मैंने कितनी बार बोला,
I tell you one thing.
चलाया करो.
I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing. 1 minute. Viewers, 1 minute. Where's 1 minute? 1 minute. You really look exposed today. Listen to me, Nishant. Listen to me, Nishant. Now you know you bit off more than you can chew. You're looking foolish, so you want to back off. But I won't let you back off. I want to 1 minute, please. Everyone calm down. I want to ask all of them tonight. Wait a minute. No, yeah, relax now. 1 minute. Anand, wait a minute. The man has lost his cool. Let him first collect himself. Let him collect himself because he's under attack from the Tukre gang also today. The problem with Nishant is today that the problem with Nishant today is that he realizes as a card-carrying member of the Tukre lobby, volume down. He realizes as a card-carrying member of the Tukre lobby that one man and one news organization has flattened all of these people. Flattened all of them. So people like Nishant came together some time back. He is now being disloyal to his friends who are the enemies of the country. Nishant is a friend of India's enemies. Nishant, you are a friend of India's enemies. You are among those who plotted. You failed. You were part of the plot, admit it. How much were you paid? How much were you paid to be part of the plot? Now the problem is, Nishant, no, 1 second. Nishant, were you paid money to be part of the plot against Republic? Because you have lost, are you taking out of frustrations tonight because we are winning?
What is the illegality?
You tell me one thing here. No, I bring you back to the subject. I won't spare you. I won't spare you. I am telling you, is it true or not that you were part of the plot? That all of you people sat together. Ishkaran, 1 minute, please. I'm dealing with him individually for a minute, please. Gagan, can I have Nishant with me? 1 second. Nishant, 1 minute. Nishant, first of all, collect yourself, man. Collect yourself. Collect yourself. Collect yourself. डरे तो आप है ना, आपको एक्सपोज करूंगा ना, आपको अभी एक्सपोज करूंगा ना मैं, आपको मैं एक्सपोज करूंगा. Nishan, can you just reduce his volume for a bit? I want to talk to him. You know, I'll tell you one thing. If you get any more nervous than this, you are going to have a heart attack on my program. So you first control yourself, breathe easy. And understand, Nishant, the whole country wants to know that you were part of a plot. You, the urban Naxals, the Shaheen Bagh supporters, the Tukre gang, the Delhi riot guys, the Sarjil Imam group, the Umar Khalid group, the JNU gang, the Amnesty International guys. सुनो ना, आप लोग सब ने मिलके प्लानिंग की थी ना. आपने सोचा था ये प्लानिंग करते हैं, इस बार रिपब्लिक को टारगेट करेंगे, रिपब्लिक इफेक्ट हो जाएगा. Nishant, listen to me. You know we are more popular today. You know the amount of support which the Republic Media Network is getting. You were part of the group. You were part of the group with the Antonia Minor group. All of you people put money. Savio, tell him $50 million was put in by the Dawood gang. And people like Nishant were probably a part of it. That's why today, Nishant is in absolute panic. He's not listening anymore. He realizes they tried and they failed. Savio, tell him the truth.
Arnab,
tell him the truth. He tried so hard and he failed.
I'd like to give a message to Param Singh and to people working with Param Singh and above him. You see, media is the fourth pillar. You target media. The people of India is going to stand with media and is going to neutralize you. So now that you have come after us, trust me, we will catch the bull by the horns. Param Singh, the bulls will be caught by their horns and we will go after every illegality. Keep that in mind. What you did was wrong. Media does its job.
But tell me one thing. Anand and Surendra Chauhan, Anand and Surendra Chauhan and Manaswi, I often wonder what is going to happen on the other side of this. Just a minute. Nishant has completely lost his cool today, viewers. And I'll tell you the reason that he has is because of the incredible victory which we are scoring here right now, viewers. 1 minute. I'd like to bring Surendra Chauhan and Anand on the debate. Surendra Chauhan and Anand, and why are you blabbering like this? You know, Nishant, people are beginning to comment that you lost it. You know, this morning, there was so much support for Republic. I began the day by saying that I feel absolutely blessed to be receiving so much support. There was a hashtag called Nation with Fearless Arnab, which was trending #1 all through the day. I feel so blessed. We have so much support. We're absolutely winning this. But the people on the other side now seem to be getting desperate. I'll tell you why. Because it was a coordinated attack, Anand. They thought they had managed to get us. And now across the country, you mentioned the word Parambir. And what has it become a synonym for? Parambir has become a synonym for malice, malafide, breakdown of due process of law, desperation, and greed. That is what Parambir has become, your mascot. Your mascot has become a hated man, Surendra Chauhan.
For someone.
Right? So because we turn the tables, they don't seem to understand how this happened. Anand.
Mr. Chauhan, can I please go first?
1 minute. Ranganathan, 1 minute. Mr. Ranganathan.
Mr. Chauhan, last time you went first.
Anand.
Please allow me. Please allow me.
No,
please,
you are
please.
sensible. No, you are
yes, Arnab, for those who are saying. No, Mr. Chauhan, please.
Arnab.
Oh, no, please, Mr. Chauhan, I respect you. Please, just give me a minute. I won't take more than a minute, please. Trust me. Trust. Mr. Chauhan, please trust me. You will have your chance. Please give me a minute because it's very important what I want to say. I want to tell this to all those people who are right now saying that Arnab is scared and frightened. And Arnab doesn't speak truth to power. I want to give one example. Of course, it is, I come from an older generation, so this example itself is about almost 20 years old. Arnab, do you remember the time of Operation West End used to work with some other channel, right? And the NDA won at that point of time. How did the owners of Tehelka? They filed 700 cases against them. They were, investors or, they used to play in the stock market. And there were so many cases, they were harried. You went against the channel. You stood for them. And I still remember one debate where you castigated the then government, it was the NDA government, saying that there was a sign outside Raj and Ravina, the owners of Tehelka, the sign outside, painted sign was lopsided and a case was filed.
But let me also hasten to add. No, let me also hasten to add.
This is the truth.
Let me hasten to add. Let me hasten to add.
I mean, they don't know you.
Let me hasten to add that when Tehelka faltered, I also stood against them. When Tehelka faltered on moral scruples, I also stood against them. The question here being,
I want you to be a little frightened because the way it is going.
The question.
It's going to end really nastily.
No. I'll tell you how this will end. Anand, let me tell you how this will end now, for I have seen the other side, and this is my closing remark on this debate. I move to the next. This will end with an incredible and historic victory for Republic. This will end with the courts of the country coming on our side and telling the people who misuse state power that they crossed the line. This will end with the removal of Parambir Singh on all the illegalities that he has committed, because even his political masters will not dance to his tune beyond a point. This is going to end with the entire Dawood lobby operating in Mumbai, exposed to the hilt. This is going to end, Anand, with the illegalities that have been committed in police stations by people wearing uniforms known to the people of India. This is going to end with the tormentor of Sadhvi Pragya being questioned openly in public by the people of this country. This is going to end with a massive financial scam in which people who are in public office have been involved, and Savio knows what I'm talking about, being revealed everywhere before India. This is going to end with the full knowledge that taxpayer money was taken away by political parties, and this is going to end with the people of India realizing that this was not an ordinary fight. This is going to end with everyone who believes that Republic is on the right path questioning Shaheen Bagh Sarjil Imam, Omar Khalid, the JNU lobby, the Tukre Tukre gang, the Maoists, the anti-nationals, the amnesty groups. All these people, the people who lied during Hathras, the people who did not fight for Sushant Singh Rajput, with the media who refused to be on the side of the truth even when the sadhus were killed in Palghar. This is going to end with all those people losing the biggest battle that they launched. And finally, I'll tell you how this is going to end. This is going to end with all of those people having no moral spine to stand on anymore. We are a few weeks away from the most incredible victory. And therefore, I'm not taking it on the chin. And you know, Anand, it takes one blowback. Remember the rumble in the jungle. Remember the biggest fights. Eventually, you can keep hitting. The one person who knows to deliver the proper uppercut is going to win this. And that is going to be Republic. This is how it's going to end.